And there we go. That's pretty cool. So, this video may or may not be out yet, probably not, but I am in the process of making a custom tank for this Vulcan out of a set of stock Softail split tanks, 5-gallon tanks. So, I've got these extra the inside halves of the tanks. Saturday is Valentine's Day. I'm thinking we can do something pretty cool with that. Let's get creative. Here's what I'm thinking. If I cut these kind of right in here, about like that, I'll end up with two halves that when you put them together kind of look like a heart. And I think that would be pretty cool. So let's start cutting, and then I'll show you what we're going to put inside of it. Half, two half. Isn't that cute? Clean up the inside a little bit. Run a bead. Move on to the next step. Bleeding. If that isn't love, I don't know what is. Alright, I got the edges cleaned up where I'm going to be welding, so let's run some beads. So I'm down up the middle, tacking it in place, and I'm going to go ahead and start finishing these. I'm not going to do it all in one long sweep because I don't want to shrink and warp the metal, so a little bit at a time. That's what we're at so far. So we're going to call it a day. We'll pick it back up tomorrow. Alright, back at it with our little project here. And I have 6 feet of 1/4 inch round stock and an assortment of Fender washers. And we're going to make some roses. I've never done this before. I've seen it done. It looks pretty good. Not decided if we're going to paint it yet or leave it. And I hope these weld up okay, because these are all like zinc plated. So we'll see. Let's get to cutting. Got our stems cut here, and then I'm just going to take these, throw them in the vise. Just like that. Start stacking them on there. Well, you can kind of see what that's going to look like. Looks more like a pine cone here, but maybe the next ones will look better. Significant improvement, I think, from the first one to the second one. You see what I'm going for. Okay, working on the last one. I got what you might call a flow state going. Decided it's way faster if I just bend these all before I get to welding. What I'm going to do now is put a couple of just very minor bends in the stem and then weld on some petals. Like so, give it a little more natural appearance. Looks a little better with just some random kind of bends thrown in there, and now we'll go and weld a couple of petals onto each stem. Let's go get some lunch, and then when we come back we'll figure out how to get this all attached. I was back and forth on the idea, but I think I am going to paint these. So I went down to local Ace and I got some green, some red, and some pink. And I'm just going to soak this whole thing in acetone, clean it up, and maybe get some of that tank liner off of there, and then hit it with a wire wheel, and then throw some paint on there. Do yourself a favor, make the switch from brake clean to acetone in a spray bottle. It's like the most effective ingredient in brake clean. You're getting all the benefits without all those crazy inhalants that are giving you cancer. So it's cheaper too. It's way cheaper. $2 for a bottle, like $15 for a gallon of acetone. I think I've decided instead of welding it all into one frame, I'm gonna weld in a little a vase, as it were, into the frame so that the flowers can be removed if we want to put them somewhere else. So I've got this piece of, looks like 2-inch exhaust pipe that I'm going to make that out of. Okay, I'm going to work on getting some of this shit off the inside and get ready to paint. Alright, that's looking a little better. I sent this to a friend of mine. He said it just looks like some buff guy with abs. So I'm going to try not to let that ruin it for me. Piece of pipe that we're going to use as a vase. Center that up like that. Flowers go inside. Easy. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, perfect. That's going to work out really cool. I'm going to have to put something under here so that the flowers don't just fall right out. Yeah, it'd be okay. Once they're all 6 in there, that could be alright. You know, I'm not even going to worry about putting a bottom on this because the washers that I welded on as petals to keep it falling through. So we're good. With that done, let's get to painting. Alright, so there's our first coat of pink. I laid it down pretty thick just because I don't have time to do the whole 4-hour skim coat deal. Come back in about 10-15 minutes, we'll hit it with the second coat, and then we'll start doing the red on the roses. And there we go. Threw the red on, looking pretty good. And then we got another coat of pink here on the heart. So, once this all dries, well, we'll let it dry overnight, we'll put it together in the morning, and we'll have a nice little Valentine's Day surprise. It's not bad. And there we go. That's pretty cool. For, you know, 15 bucks in paint. Oh, excuse me, 19 bucks in paint. And some free shit I already had. 17 bucks in washers. 10 bucks in 1/4-inch round stock. You can add that up if you want. I don't need to, it was worth it. Pretty darn cool. I think this is going to make a good little gift. There it is, finished. She's about to come out right now, so wish me luck and happy Valentine's Day, everyone.